Hi guys, so I promised on Facebook that I would answer any questions that I got as long as I got 15, and I definitely did, thanks to Rose and Mary. So I guess I'll go ahead and start that then. Um, Cats or dogs? That's what Mary wants to know, and the answer is definitely cats. I'm a cat person, I thought that was obvious. Spaghetti or mac and cheese? That's not even a question. Can I have spaghetti and macaroni and cheese? I don't think it's possible to have just one or the other. You can't make me choose between pasta. I can't pick between those. It's impossible. Um Patrick would say I eat spaghetti more often, I guess. I could eat an entire pot of either one of these pastas. Favorite craft project? Hmm. I have to think about that one. Maybe it's the DIY Doctor Who ornaments that me and Rose made one Christmas for our Christmas tree. We went to the dollar store and got some of the dollar uh, ball ornaments, and we made them Daleks and put them on our tree. And we decorated it with like Doctor Who, little Doctor Who figures and stuff like that we had around the apartment. Uh, Birds or lizards? Lizards. Birds are mean and they hurt when they bite you. Favorite colors? Red. Red is my favorite color. I also like blue, but red is my favorite color. Favorite scent? Uh, that's a hard question. Lemonade? I like how lemonade smells, like the little lemonade candles. But I also like the gingerbread ones and the cupcake ones. So maybe I'll just go with vanilla. I like how vanilla smells. It makes me think there's something baking in the oven. Uh, Favorite killer? Probably the Zodiac Killer. That sounds like a crazy person answer, but the Zodiac Killer does a bunch of if you know anything about the Zodiac Killer, he does a lot of ciphers and codes and things in his letters, and no one has figured them all out. So that's kind of genius. And I don't think anyone's ever found out who he actually was. So he got away with all of those crimes he committed, all of the kills and all of the taunting of the police. Sounds like a bad guy to get on the wrong side of, but I've always liked ciphers, so probably the Zodiac Killer. Rose wants to know who my favorite Doctor is, and that's Matt Smith, obviously. I mean, I loved David Tennant, and I love Christopher Eccleston, and I actually met Colin Baker, and that was awesome. But Matt Smith is just this huge dork, and he flails, and he's at the same time very very intelligent and very defensive of his friends. And I know that that's like a general thing that the Doctor does, but Matt Smith does it so well that I can't not like him. What book are you reading or have you read recently? I'm reading White Knight. It's a Dresden Files book. I'm still on the Dresden Files. I'll read a book and then I'll get distracted with something else, and then I'll come back to Dresden Files and I'm like, I love the Dresden Files. Why did I stop reading? But yeah, I'm reading White Knight. I'm still in the first chapter. Andrew would be so disappointed in me. What show are you currently binging? I just finished Stranger Things. I love Stranger Things. Someone told me I should start Black Mirror. I haven't started it yet. Thinking about it though. Let's see. I don't think I'm really actually binging anything, but I am watching Rules of Engagement kind of casually just when I get bored. Uh but yeah, I think Stranger Things is the thing I've most recently binged, and I just, as soon as the second season came out, I was all over that. So, uh, the last movie I watched and hated. Well, the last movie I watched was Rogue One. I rewatched it with Patrick on Netflix, but I don't think I've watched a movie recently that I hated. I know one. A while back, me and Alicia watched Babadook, and I had nightmares for weeks. Not because I was scared that that it was real or something, just because the dark is scary, and the Babadook is also scary, and also because at night when I go to bed, Patrick would be like, Babadook, Babadook, and I'm like, stop it. It was kind of creepy. It just kind of creeped me out, and I hated that. And also the ending was really really dumb. Um, yeah, so probably Babadook. Uh, if you had a unicorn, what would you name it? I'd I would name it Smebulok after the little forest gnome on Gravity Falls, and I would hope that it would puke rainbows just like Smebulok, because that's funny and amusing. If you could only listen to one genre of music for the rest of your life, what would it be? Classic rock, like David Bowie, Queen, Leonard Skinner, uh, Def Leppard. Probably lots of Def Leppard, just Queen and Def Leppard the whole way, and David Bowie. Um, do you listen to podcasts? If so, what's your favorite? I only listen to one podcast, and that's Welcome to Night Vale, and it is my favorite because it's the only one I listen to. Do you listen? Oh, I just did that one. What one item could you not live without? I guess at this point it would be my phone, or yeah, definitely my phone, because everything I need's on my phone. I have a camera, I have pictures, I have books, I have podcasts, I have all of those things. And by podcast I mean Welcome to Night Vale. YouTube's on my phone, so I definitely probably could not live without my phone at this point. And that's kind of funny because whenever cell phones first started getting popular with our generation, I was like, I'm not gonna be that kind of person. I'm not gonna shorthand anything. I'm gonna type out all my texts, and I'm gonna be able to live without my cell phone. But definitely am not that kind of person now. uh, now I'm exactly what I never wanted to be. So that's kind of ironic. Um, what one food would you love to learn to cook? Probably anything Gordon Ramsay can cook, except for crawfish, because he can't cook crawfish. I saw that video and it was awful, and it was really bad. Um, maybe I guess you wouldn't really cook gelato, but I'd like to know how to make it. If you could be any animal, what would it be? Well, my Patronus is a fox, so that's interesting. But ever since I was little, I've always loved cats. And I used to actually think that I was a cat. And Dad showed me Catwoman, and I was convinced that I was the next Catwoman. So probably if I had to pick an animal, it would be a cat. Um, if you could live any one place, where would it be? Everywhere? Probably Japan. And then, well, I can't really just pick one place because I'm not very good at staying put for long periods of time. Like, I've lived here for a while, but I've always kind of wanted to go somewhere else. I've been to Honduras, and that's a nice place. But I want to go to other places too, so I wouldn't be able to just pick one to live. Um, but if I did have to pick, if I didn't have a choice, and I did, well, I mean, if I didn't have a choice in having to pick one place, that sounds really weird. I'd probably pick Italy, and I'm not entirely sure why. I like the idea of Italy. It's kind of cool and romantic, I guess. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? The superpower to grant wishes. Is that possible? I could just be a genie. But I could only grant my wishes. I couldn't grant anyone else's wishes. I think that'd be cool. Or maybe the ability to shoot fire at people. Are you a lover or fighter? I think to be either of those things, you have to be the other. Like, that sounds weird. I think in order to be a lover, you have to be willing to fight for what you love. And in order to be a fighter, you have to love what you do. So, I think I'm kind of a combination of both. Because I would rather avoid fights if I could. But that's only when it involves me. When it involves people that I care about, I would rather fight. So, I guess it'd have to be a combination of the two. And that's all the questions you guys sent me. I said I'd do it on one video, so there you go. If you have any more, hit me up. I'll answer those too, I guess.